100 employees of a company are asked how they got to work and whether they work full-time or part-time. The figure below shows the result. If one of the 100 employees is randomly selected, find the probability that the person drives alone or cycles to work. So number 3, they're asking for probability drive or cycle to work, right? You see the word or? Remember over here, we say whenever there is a word or, you're going to use the additional rule. So you know in this case you're going to use additional rule, right? So, person drive alone or cycle to work. Okay. Oh, since the person drive will never cycles, right? So since the person drive, okay, so according to the formula, plus probability of cycle minus probability of drive and cycle, right? Remember when it's overlap, right? This is when it's overlap. So what is the probability of drive? Drive alone is 30 full-time and 29.
So it's 59 together because it doesn't matter how much they work.
So 59 out of 100 employee, right? Probability of cycle now. What is probability of cycle? 4 and 4, so 8 out of 100, right? 8 out of 100. Minus probability of drive and cycle. If you drive, you're gonna cycle, right? So probability of driving and cycling is 0 out of 100. Because there is no person like so you do get this. Four different calculator is randomly selected from a group containing 41 that are defective and 22 that have no defect. Okay, so you have all calculator, right? 41 defective and 22 no defect. So what is your total calculator right now? 63. So you have 63 calculator. What is the probability that all 4 of the calculators selected are defective, right? So in this case, you have 4.
Out of the 41.
Yeah, you're gonna have four cases, right?
Right.
And you want this one to be defective, this one to be defective, this one to be defective, and this one to be defective, right?
From 41, 40, 39, 38.
So 41. If they're asking you the probability, just do it right away. What is the probability of the first one defective?
41.
Out of 61. 63, right? So 41 out of 63.
Okay.
What is the probability you get the second one defective?
40 out of 62.
62, because you take one already.
Right.
And then 39 out of 61, 38 out of 60.
Okay.
Yeah, calculate it.
Gotcha.
Number 5. A study conducted of a certain college showed that 52% of the school graduates find a job in their chosen field within a year after graduation. So, find a job. This is the probability of find a job after is 52%, right? Find the probability that among 8 randomly selected graduates, at least one finds a job in his or chosen within a year. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in.
That's what we do. Everyone else doesn't get a job.
Yeah. Whenever you see the word at least, so probability of some at least one, for example, X happen, put down right away 1 minus probability of no X happen. Right? This is like the formula. Probability of at least one X is equal to 1 minus probability of no X at all. So, in this case, it's asking for what is the probability that among 8 randomly selected graduates, at least one find a job, right? So at probability, at least one find a job, right? Equal to 1 minus probability of no one find a job, right? In this case. Okay. So you have to know no one find a job, the probability of no one find a job. So the probability of no one find a job, you have to look at how many people you have. 8 people, right? So you have 8 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you want not find a job, and so on until like 8 of them not find a job, right? So what is the probability of the first person not finding a job? Since this is probability of finding a job is 52%, then probability of not finding a job
48?
is equal to 48%.
Okay.
So you have 48% here, 48% here, and so on.
All the way across, it's all 48%.
So you have 48% to the power of 8.
Gotcha.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So equal to 1 minus 0.48 to the power of 8, right? If I calculate 0.48 to the power of 8, I got that number. So I do 1 minus that number, and I got 0.9972. Something that way.
That's pretty high, I want to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty high. At least one not finding a job.
You're right. I mean, it's almost half.
At least one find a job. Yeah, that makes sense though, because like probability of one of them finding a job is 52%, right?
It's almost 50-50.
Yeah. If you have like 8 of them and you only want at least one of them finding a job, you're gonna get like a big probability. Does that make sense? Wow.